We're here with the Hewitt-Trussville Huskies. Coach, who do you got with you today?
First of all, thanks for letting us come be a part of this. We're excited to be here. To my far right here, I've got Deuce Austin. He's a senior running back for us, big time player for us, our leading rusher from last season. Guy can do a lot of different things for us. Excited about him his senior year. Dylan Cope, our leading receiver, come back from last year, big time receiver for us. Be his third year start for us. Right, we got Basil Lopsy, one of our D linemen, had a great year last year. Really played big time at the end of the season, and he's had a great off season. We're looking for big things from Basil this coming up season. Will Phillips is the next one. Will starts at safety, also plays some receiver. He returns kicks, so he's an athlete, does a lot of different things for us. And on the end is Parker Floyd, who'll be his third year in a row to start. He's been our leading tackler the past 2 seasons, and looking for big things to him on the defensive side of the ball. Parker also played a little bit of quarterback last year, so I'm just excited about this. All 5 of these guys are seniors, and we're excited about this group. We were a young group last year, but we're really fired up to have this varsity experience, guys that have played in a lot of big moments, and again, you got a lot of guys that are 3-year starters. Even if they're not 3-year starters, they started for 2 years and played a lot as a sophomore. So we're excited about this group.
Coach, talk to us about the team, your offense, quarterback situation.
Sure. We returned 8 guys on offense, so we're excited about that. We have 4 guys up front that are returning, so we're really excited about those guys. Had a really good off season, got bigger and stronger, and expected big things from them. Zach Benedict's playing quarterback right now. He's the guy that won the job. Zach had a great spring. I think he's had a really good summer. 7-on-7. We probably did a little bit more 7-on-7 than we had done in the past. Really because the biggest thing was we felt we needed some more experience there at the quarterback position. And so Zach did a great job. Zach's got a big time arm. He can make every throw on the field for us. We have some weapons to throw the ball to. I mean, this is probably, if not the fastest, one of the fastest teams I've had at Hewitt. And so we're excited. We have some guys that are some vertical threats. Obviously, one of them's right here next to me, and guys that we're excited about throwing the ball to as well.
Coach, you ever go in a game where you just you got Dylan over there and you're just telling your coaches, we got to get him the football? Is there games like that where he's got to get so many touches a game?
Dylan?
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Dylan's a guy that we feel really good in a one-on-one situation. That Dylan's a guy he's gotten even faster, even since last year. And so I think that's the biggest thing I've seen in Dylan's game just go up a whole nother level has been his vertical game. The past year to year and a half, from when he started as a sophomore to now, and I think he's got a lot more confidence in that. It's pretty special when your quarterback has confidence to throw that one-on-one ball. Because we play good defense. I mean, we play a lot of good teams on defense, and sometimes, all this coaching stuff can be. You can draw up all these plays all you want, and guys can get open, but sometimes guys just they have to make plays, and especially in big games. There's some one-on-one battles that you have to go win, and I think we're excited about him being able to do those things.
Dylan, talk about your team, your offense, new quarterback this year. Talk a little bit about the offense.
This year, we're looking to be a very explosive offense. We have a great quarterback. He has a lot of great experience now that we've done this whole summer 7-on-7 deal, and we've really been connecting very well. So I think we'll be a very good offense.
Deuce, what are your comments on the offense?
I think we have a very experienced offense that we've been together, a lot of us, since a young age. So we know how to work together, and we can do a lot of different things to help us win this season.
And Parker, you guys were probably the top defense in the state last year, playing in the toughest region. Talk a little bit about the guys beside you and how the defense is going to be this season.
I think we have 8 returning on defense, which is crazy, because we had the number 1 defense last year. So I think with that being said, we have the ability to be better this year than last year. And we got 2 returning right beside me who were really good last year, but we also have some new people that I think will be really good for us. And I think we'll definitely be the best defense in the state again.
Guys, what do you think about your defense this year?
I think it's really good because, like Parker said, we had a lot returning, but we also have a lot of kids that are younger that have gotten bigger, stronger, faster, and that are going to come in and be impactful for us that not a lot of teams have seen yet. But I'm really excited for them to get out there and get their legs underneath them and really show who they are.
Yeah, I mean, we were number one defense, but that's behind us. That was last year, and we're just looking to do it again.
Coach, one of your strengths was your front seven there. You still going to be able to put that push on the defensive line?
Yeah, we hope so. And I think Baz made a great point there. I mean, we've said that multiple times. I mean, yeah, it was fun last year. Defensively, we were so good, and I've told the guys all offseason, just because we return 8, that doesn't automatically mean anything. We have to get better at every single area. People are always looking to ways to expose you, and so But we've had a great offseason. Basil, man, I'm fired up about him just because the offseason he's had. I mean, he's probably, if not our strongest kid, he's one of our strongest on the entire team. So I think him, Deontay Seals coming back on the D-line, those are 2 guys that started last year. Our linebacking core you have a lot of guys back. Obviously, Parker, Denarius Crawford was another guy that was an all-state football player, had 90-plus tackles. Harrison Malone, who was only a sophomore, he was a guy who got thrown in the fire last year as a sophomore and ended up doing great. And I think he led our team in interceptions last year. And so, he's coming back there. So we're definitely excited about that group, just because a lot of those guys are back.
And Coach, just talk about the region. We know it's got to be the toughest in the state. You guys come so close on knocking off some of those top teams. Talk a little bit about playing them this year.
Yeah, I mean, our region's always one of the toughest. I think it's the toughest in the state, personally. And just talking about from a week-to-week standpoint, we've had some teams win the state championship from our region. Unfortunately, we haven't made that. We hadn't done that yet, and that's our goal this year. I mean, we want to bring a trophy home to Trussville, and that's our end goal. But it's one of those things too. I mean, if you only worry about that, you better take care of week to week. And I think that's the difference in our region the most is you legitimately have to play every single week. And there's a lot of good football teams, a lot of good coaching. I think all the programs are really good. I think there's a couple that joined the region last year. They're going to be even better this year. I think Hillcrest, was a group that's their first year in the region. And Hillcrest, I mean, they're a perfect example. I think they had lost 3 games in 6 years. I'm sorry, 3 games in the previous 3 seasons, and then they came in our region last year, and I think they finished, I believe 5th in our region, so they didn't get in the playoffs. Prattville's obviously with Coach Carr coming there, making some changes there. So you're talking about some teams have been really good over the years, and so those were 2 that got added in last year. So I think it's only going to keep getting better, just because you raise the bar, man. And we're right there. Went to the state semifinals 2 years ago, had a chance. Get to the state championship game, didn't quite make it. Last year, the way we lost, we lost 3 games by a total of 9 points, and so that's obviously been a battle cry all offseason. We lost some tough ball games, and so I think the way the last game ended, you're talking about double overtime. It's just something it's hard to get that out of your system. So we can't wait. We'll be fired up just to play somebody else first game, just to get that out of our system and get ready for the season.
You're good? All right, Coach, let's start over here on the end. Floyd, that's my down here for a second. Been asking teams all day. What's the one team you lost to last year you want to get revenge to this year?
I would probably definitely say Thompson because they've been probably the powerhouse in our region, especially, and the whole state. And we've been close with over the last few years, and I think this year especially we definitely have a good chance to do it, and I think we will.
Cool.
It's really hard for me just to pick one team. I'm a competitor, so I always want to win. So I'd say all teams that we've played and lost to really is the only thing I can really say because I hate losing.
I would say Hoover. They didn't deserve to beat us last year, so we're just gonna leave no doubt this time.
I can't pick one team. I'm a competitor. I want to win all games, and I just want to do now. I just want to win.
I would definitely say Hoover. That one left a nasty taste in our mouth because they won at the last second, but I also just want to win too.
Coach, you want to wrap it up for us then?
Sure.
And by the way, I'd like to believe that some of y'all got a Looks good on camera, it's shiny on camera. So.
That's good. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I think like they said. I mean, obviously, any game that you lose, it's tough to you want to get them back per se or whatever. But at the end of the day, it's a new year, so I know it's coach speak, but it's real. I mean, it doesn't really matter. I mean, they're going to be a new team. We're going to be a new team. I think the way we lost last year, sometimes it's easier to handle and lose it if you or handle it if you lose by more than that. Again, because you lost the double overtime game. I do think the Hoover loss was a big loss for us in our season because I think that messed up our chance to have a chance to win the region and get a better seed in the playoffs, where you're not driving 4 hours the first round. And that was a game where give them credit. They came back and beat us last drive of the game, went for 2 to win, and beat us by 1 point. So give them credit for making the plays. But I think from the progression of our season, I think that hurt us just because that kind of put us behind the 8 ball early on. So but again, we're really excited about this. Last year is last year. I think it has the benefit of that. I think it has motivated our guys even more all offseason. I think it's been, we've always had, I feel like we have a great strength training program every year, but I think there's just something different about, when you come off a loss or two like that. There's a little extra in there that these guys have been motivated for. This senior group, I just want to say something about them. I mean, they're a great group that's been together forever. We were driving by one of the fields on the way here, and I was like, guys, I remember y'all literally playing there in the first grade. And, it's something that we have special. In Trussville, we have a lot of guys that have been there their entire career, and it's something that, not just as a coach, but as a dad, because I have a son in this group, I've seen these guys play football for years. I mean, I remember Deuce Austin running quarterback sneaks all the time when he played quarterback. Wayne Center, man, that was one of our best plays in youth league football. So I've seen these guys play for a long time, and so I'm just excited to get to see them make memories their senior year. And it's hard to win in this league. It's hard to win championship, but that's obviously our goal, and we're excited about the opportunity.
Thank you, Coach.
All right, thank you guys.